Alright, let's have a quick look at how to mod the origin from FastTech. I've had this a while. It does have a bottom feeding kit, but it's about 10 or so pound, and at the time I wanted to try this as a bottom feeder, I was too lazy to wait 2 and 3 days and so on, so I just took it upon myself to make a mod. Yeah, let's hop onto this. We'll take the top off and we'll start taking this apart. So everything looks the same from here. We're going to remove these 2 knurled nuts, one there, and the second one is actually connected to the bottom section, so we need to hold it with one hand and unscrew with the other. This was a bit more complicated than usual, but it's got a very nice chamber design, and I wanted to use that for bottom feeding. Quite a long pin. Okay, that's the pin out. Now we'll remove this piece here. Just comes out, and we need to remove this sort of winged area. The simplest for me was to just find a long nose plier, stick it in there, and then turn. This section, this wing section, actually screws in, so we can unscrew it. Okay, now the parts I modified was the center pin. If I pull off this insulator, you can see where I've cut my groove. The groove on this goes up to the threads, no further. I didn't want to go into the threads. When you fit this insulator back to the center pin, you should still be able to see your groove sticking out. Now, when the whole thing's assembled and the sort of top knurled nut is screwed on here inside the thing, yeah, these 2 white sections actually meet and touch, and that creates a problem for us because we want our liquid to come out there. So that difference over there is what I've cut. I've trimmed down this insulator so I removed about 1 millimeter from this white insulator here, so that when they're screwed together there's a space between the 2 for the e-liquid to come out. Now that would get the e-liquid into that chamber, into the center there, and we needed to get it out, so I've drilled a hole straight through on both sides. In a more perfect world I might have drilled that hole slightly lower. You want to drill it as low as what you can, because then the liquid enters our chamber as low down as what it can, which means we get that proper suction effect going back. So that's roughly how this one works. It's slot the pin, trim the insulator a bit, and make a hole in here. It doesn't have to actually be through both sides because this chamber is kind of joined together at the bottom. But anyway, that's what I did. So to reassemble that, we'll carefully get these threads started again. And then hold it again and just give it a little nipping up. And send the center pin all the way back in. Take this section and screw it all the way on. And I want this to be tight, so I'm going to hold it with the one hand and tighten with the other. Now if you remember, those 2 white insulators now are clamped up right next to each other, but we have removed some of one insulator so the juice can come out. And we'll fit this back on. Yeah, let's see how it squonks. on that side. And so you can see kind of how much pressure I'm putting on there. About 2 to 3 seconds and then let go. And as the bottle slowly gets its shape back, it's sucking up majority of the liquid there. What's up there is going to be sort of absorbed by your cotton in any case, so that's not a problem. When you do a mod like this, you can pretty much lay it on its side. The only juice is on your little cotton, it doesn't come out, so that's how we do the origin.